Hi, this is JAYAHAYAHAAAA from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about coupling dynamics, vital couples, and the topic for this video is we fight too much. If you have been in a relationship, you probably experienced many times, maybe often, maybe it's an ongoing pattern that you start really fighting with your partner. This comes in the form of getting triggered. You are in a place somewhere in a public location, at a party, at an event, and you are going to start picking on each other over something that is not really that important. Or you are back home, you come back from work, and then your partner starts attacking you, verbally abusing you, or throwing things at you that are challenging. So the solution for fights, there are a few things that I want you to know. The first one is that it has to be a conscious decision. You want to have peace in your relationship. So the first thing to say to your partner is, I am not interested in being in dissonance or fighting with you. You have to keep that in mind. If you have the choice between harmony and fighting, you consciously choose to be in harmony. And this is a decision that you have to make every time there is a trigger coming to the surface. The second thing is that you have to understand your own dynamics. If you get triggered and if you start challenging, abusing, or throwing, blame at your boyfriend, partner, girlfriend, then you have to understand what the dynamics are inside of you and why this is happening. In other terms, you have to take responsibility for your own shit, for your own triggers. And to do that, you have to look at yourself and be like, what is it that is happening inside of me? Why is it that I enter into reactive mode? And why is it that I attack or challenge my partner? So very often you will notice that there are other triggers in the field. There are other things happening in the field. For instance, you might feel challenged at work. You might feel extremely stressed. You might face health issues. You might feel really bad about your body because you have been out of shape, not training, or not really taking care of yourself from a nutritional perspective. So basically what's happening is that you build up tension in your field, and then you start projecting that on your partner. So you have to understand your own dynamics. The third thing that you have to do is, if you have an overflow of emotions, something that is happening in your field that is like too much energy, then you have to find ways of channeling that outside of your relationship. So that means training, burning calories, going to the jungle, jogging, going to the mountains, doing something that is physical so that you can get rid of the extra, the extra energy that is in your system. What you have to understand is that when it comes to fights, it's a long-term effort. It's not like applying a one-time recipe and that's it. It's not like a rational linear thing. It's something that you have to be a little bit like a ninja, ready to respond when the fight emerges. And the first thing, as I said earlier in the video, it is really to have a commitment to be in harmony with your partner. You choose harmony. Look, I'm not interested in fighting with you. I don't know what's happening inside of me right now. I don't know why I'm upset with you, because there is no real reason for me right now to be angry or upset with you. So you have to be, again, really smart in the way you're approaching all of those dynamics. The fighting dynamics as well, what you can do is, when there is something that is really burning and you have a context and you have, let's say, communication protocols that you are already applying, for instance, in the format of creating safe, sharing space, then you can really sit down if there is something that is really bothering you and you want to offer challenging feedback to your partner, then do that within a safe context where you are both ready, to engage into that conversation. There is much more resources on the program on vital coupling, so you can check those other videos as well on how to create a safe container if you have challenging feedback to share with your partner. That's it for now. I'll see you for the next tip.